Hey guys, it is Matt Light, and we are back after a very, very long break with the Matt Light podcast, season 3, episode I think 25. We discussed. Alongside me here is my partner in crime, my BFF, Dustin Dowling. Hey man.
Hey, man.
I gave you a perfect opportunity there to do the cheering sound effect.
Oh, I was
and you
so
did. I'm like, hey!
New technology.
Yeah!
New
Wow!
season.
Yeah!
I'm in a lot of feelings right now.
That one guy yells like SpongeBob, my leg!
That's great.
You know, if you really cared about me, you would have had that queued up. But I knew this podcast was going to be trash already because of this right here, this cup of sink water.
It's not sink water. I keep telling you, it's just bottled water. Unbranded. Members mark.
Sink water?
Members mark.
Yeah, well, that's debatable. That's why I went into your fridge and look what I did.
Yeah, what'd you yank?
Already stole one of your Fijis
It's my good stuff.
for when somebody comes in here who's running for an office position that's not going to win because he's a stupid doctor.
Oh, man, that man.
Dr. Seuss.
We had the notes. We had his notes sitting around.
We're not going to say his name.
Yep, nope.
But he's the wizard of something. And this is season 3. Also, I did bring myself another one of your drinks. I brought a Lipton Brisk.
Oh, actually, that's our technician's drinks. That's why I always fill it up for him.
Not now.
Okay.
It's Matt's.
It's
Hold on.
Matt's.
You guys hear me drink? Listen. Yeah. You know what I like about Brisk? It reminds me in 5th grade because when you were in school, you could only have like milk, juice, water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you could get Brisk. We couldn't get any other pops or anything. So Brisk was like, yo, did you get a Brisk?
That's the top of the line.
Yeah.
Like
you-
closest you can get the pop.
Yeah, like it was for me, like in high school, there were kids that had a la carte lunches where you could buy like classier foods. And like your lunch was like $7 a day. And I'm like, wow.
God.
I'm like, that parent has a 401k. That is what's going on there.
I wasn't bracketed in my high school. That's crazy. They like were separating you guys.
Yeah.
So like if you were like the poor kids had the poor lunches and the rich kids had the rich lunches.
Is that true?
I didn't have that.
Sounds
but
like the 60s to me with a different thing.
maybe it was just you and they didn't like you.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Were you like? Did you ever have an LA carte lunch?
Oh, I a la carted all the time. I
Oh.
worked bingo.
Oh, okay.
So I worked bingo at St. Cyril's, and I worked there since I was 13 years old, and I would make about $110 every Thursday night. And so I would treat myself on that Friday. You know, hey, maybe I'll get me some nachos and a pretzel. And you know what? That burger looks good too. And I'd always sit next to the kid that packed his own fucking lunch.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Hey, how's your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, asshole? Look at all this.
Oh.
I'm going to go. You know what? The best part is not only am I going to eat this all in front of you, but 8th period, I'm going to have to shit, so I'm going to miss the whole class shitting. It's win-win for me.
Oh my God! I like how we start this off with the memory of you tormenting kids in high school.
If you go back and look at kids who packed their lunch, fucking losers, right?
At least like they had a good chance of like storming the Capitol or
No, I just thought of little pussies.
Yeah.
Every kid that I got my lunch. I'm like, all right, pussy. Like, nice fucking sandwich. Oh, your mom kissed you on the cheek before you left too? You
So you're on more of the end that they went home and probably bought a katana maybe later in life.
I don't know. I just think they're weird. Like, I think it's different now because there's not many healthy choice options and parents are psychos and like they think that like, oh my God, this food is terrible for us.
I think
because
it's
like all the food you guys ate was fucking healthy.
I think it's the same line of chicken nugget kids. Chicken and fry kids. Like they're just so scared to eat anything besides what their parents give them at home.
My cousin, he was born in what? He's like 24 now, 25, 24, 25. I think he still just eats chicken fingers and fries.
Yeah. My sister's husband basically is on that line.
Yeah.
Just can't get over anything different.
Which is fine.
No, it's
unless you're in public.
It's not fine. It's weird.
Like when you're ordering off the kids' meal and it's not because you're poor.
When you're at a nice restaurant and you're basically just ordering a cheeseburger without cheese, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, that's weird.
Yeah, like what? And I think the word hamburger too. That's a smelly kid in class, right? I don't have a hamburger. The fuck is wrong with you, dude? You can't throw some cheese on that bitch?
Yeah, like you don't even. Yeah, the word hamburger just already like
Pussy.
knocks you down.
Like you wear a striped shirt and tight fucking shorts. You're a little pussy. You're the poster child for every Weeblo, or what were they called? Remember that Boy Scouts, the Weeblos?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's like the first level of Boy
Yeah.
Scouts.
Hey, nice fucking handkerchief around your neck, nerd.
I like the word Weeblo.
Yeah.
Can we start using
Yeah,
that?
we blow our counselors is what they did.
My stupid Boy Scout, Cub Scout was so shitty that like our main person was someone's mom.
Yeah, but they
Wasn't
made it
even-
look cool.
Yeah, but it was someone's like crappy ass mom in my scout because no one else could do it. And it was just like in the basement of the Catholic school. It's just like, just mostly propaganda.
Do you remember when? Do you remember when the Boy Scouts would recruit you in class, like the military?
Yeah.
The guy would come in, but it was like the military for people that are allergic to everything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have asthma and you're allergic to pollen. Hey, listen, you're gonna learn how to tie a knot. Would you like that?
That's what, because they had the knots
Start
all
a fire.
ready to go.
Yeah, they weren't even real knot. Yeah,
and they were already done. It wasn't like he like did them in front of you, and then they're next to all these cool badges.
Oh, cool. You're gonna give me more flair, so I look like a fucking night shift manager at TGI Fridays.
I thought I was gonna be running through the woods, like just like fighting bears and making knots. But like I said, I ended up in the basement of my Catholic school, being yelled at like at this other Weeblo's mom.
Some days you'd have campfires in your fucking school gymnasium.
It's basically like a fake camp. Yeah. It was like bring your and all those people were all probably in jail now for terrible reasons.
But I think that because of the movie Heavyweights and things like that, it made the show Salute Your Shorts. It made camp look so fucking cool. Then you go for the first time. It was like when I told you when I tried out for the wrestling team. The first thing I said in kindergarten, I go, when do I get to pick my entrance music? And they're like, what do you mean? I go, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do I mean? I want my gear. You gonna do pyro when I flex? Like, what are we?
He's like, no, lay on top of that little child and put your penis like as close to his butt as possible.
This is stupid.
Till he gives up.
Yeah, this is stupid. I'm not gonna tune up the band for some sweet chin music.
No.
The guy's not going to come up all woozy and turn directly into my fucking vicinity every single match. That's not going to happen.
Like, can you get as close to this other child as possible without kissing?
And I don't understand the point system on that. I've never understood it. Why does one guy start on his back? Why can't they just like sumo style?
If you don't know what's going on.
Schools need sumo. Holy shit. Would you imagine going to your school sumo meet? That would be fucking awesome to
way
watch.
More fun. Yeah.
As a fan?
Because it's more physical.
Do you think
there's
schools,
not this weird math that you got to do for
Do you think
Greco.
schools will ever have MMA?
You know what?
Minus like the punching.
I could see some kind of grappling and maybe like karate because it's like but maybe I think it's just so tough, because they're already trying to push back on any violent football's going away.
They got rid of dodgeball.
That's so sad.
They had to change the name too. They called it. So, like, my high school was one of the first schools that had to get rid of it. North Hills High, what up?
You guys are just wild.
Well, we were like national champions. Like,
yeah.
My when I played, captain Pittsburgh, no big deal. Also, I got a professional contract by the Los Angeles Chaos that I turned down. So you're looking at a former professional athlete.
Damn.
Anyways, like there was a loophole. Like the year after we graduated, like, there's no more dodgeball. These fucking assholes just drove kids in the face, told them to suck it. Like we thought it was our version of wrestling. We were like DX, dude.
Yeah.
So cool. So they're like, well, the gym teachers were kind of still like in that like, dust it off, pussy. You'll be fine. This builds character. Meanwhile, it's just building a school shooter. But he's like, hey, we're just gonna change the name. It's gonna be called avoidance. You're not dodging a ball, you're avoiding it.
You're avoiding.
Avoidance.
We're not really sure balls are involved per se.
Yeah.
There's a lot of avoiding.
They're gonna be there.
There'll be
be there, and then you decide what you want to do with it. And if you do get hit with one, you're out.
Yeah, because you're not avoiding.
Right, you need to avoid.
Yeah.
And if you catch it, you're accepting it. You're not avoiding it. You're confronting it.
Because we're very accepting here at
North Hills High.
North Hills High School.
Class of 2007 and a half. Summer school, baby. I went to summer school. I don't even care, dude. Listen, my whole philosophy was you guys go to school for 181 days, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to school for 4 fucking weeks. Walking out with the same diploma. oh, well, you don't have a summer vacation. I missed 4 weeks. I had an 8-month vacation from August to June, dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me, oh, you're stupid. No, I was smart. I knew what I was doing.
That's. I could have never done that. I do remember skipping a lot and not caring, but summer school would have been tough. My parents would have killed me.
School ever get involved saying you missed too many school days?
I got a letter. I did get the letter, and I remember my mom just didn't bring it up. I think she was too embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
And they were not going to do shit.
Did you have good grades?
Good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't in trouble, kid. You weren't in
No,
alternative.
sports, you know.
You're a sports guy.
Yeah, I was on the team. I was on the football team.
I forgot how like athletic you really were, man. Because I look at you now.
Putting that boxing video up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah.
talking about. So you have the arm muscle
Yep,
vein,
yeah.
but if I didn't know you, or if I did know you, I would still look at you and be like, he's a pussy.
Yeah.
Like he plays a saxophone at home by himself. And like, I mean, these sunglasses, I just absolutely hate them, by the way.
Oh, man, that makes me love them.
You're wearing
even
sunglasses
fucking more,
for
bro.
no reason.
Well, there is a reason.
You look like a gay blues brother right now.
We blow blues, brother.
Yeah. Like, it is, yeah, we blow blues.
We blow blues.
And dudes. But no, the reason why I bring that up is that that viral video where they're doing teenage dirtbag reels comes up. And by the way, you did it wrong. You're supposed to show a photo of you now, a video of you now, then the highlights.
Yeah,
but you were just like,
yeah.
I know, I have so many
It was
great
an
clips
old
of me
video.
boxing.
It was an old video.
You
though.
just wanted to show off that you used to be. You had the duck.
Showing off.
You had your range.
Yeah.
You also you got out of stuff. You weren't bad.
Oh yeah,
So-
I went through. I was taught how to box.
How long did you train for those? Because there was an Iron City. They sponsored this. You were in a real ring.
Oh,
Can you
yes.
explain what this was like?
Yeah. So this was back when Robert Morris had really cool events, and actually the event was for a women's scholarship. And once a year they would have
A cook-off.
they have Robert Morris Fight Night or Friday Night Fight Night, something like that. And it was only once a year, and usually the fraternities would end up fighting each other. But anyone challenge anybody.
Yeah, but that's great though. You want
Yeah.
some rivalries, right?
Oh yeah. And so I think I trained for maybe a couple months. I don't remember exactly. I was 2 for 2. The matches I did lose went to the fucking judge. And
Okay.
I necessarily agree, but that was the one you're talking about. One we saw, that was my first match.
You lumped that dude up.
Lit him up. Lit him up so much he bought me a full thing of vodka a couple days afterwards and we partied it up. But
You know what I
was
liked
a lot of
about
fun,
it?
'cause
I liked the fact that like I noticed that like you were like, because I think one of the biggest things that people don't understand with amateur boxing, like a rough and rowdy thing, is you can set up your punch by throwing a punch. Like the whole thing is just come up and hit your glove,
Right.
to just get you in that position to clock you. And I saw you do that a couple of times, and I was impressed.
See, what was really wild, after my first year, I started training other boxers too. And it was so crazy to go through training with some people and you would show how to like not be a crazy person and throw haymakers.
Yeah, you leave
And they
yourself wide open,
they
your
would get
body's
in the
wide
ring.
open.
You think we're training for months. These guys get in the ring, it's like,
Well, that happened to me.
right, exactly. It happened to you. So it didn't happen to me, but I was surprised after I trained other people. I was like, I taught you this. How did you just forget everything?
Well,
in the
it's
ring?
also like with stand up on an open mic, as soon as you go up there on the real stage and the lights are there, you just freeze.
Right.
And you're just like, what do I do? And it's fight or flight or whatever. And I drowned on both of them. My boxing experience was not the best.
No, but the most fun about that is such an individual sport. Like watching the video,
because it's all you.
yeah, it's all
No one
me.
else did anything.
Yeah,
you
and it had the whole
yeah.
crowd like cheering your name and stuff after putting that kid down on his butt.
What I love though too is if you're really into physical combat sports, would you call that a combat sport?
Close,
Right.
Close. It's boxing.
Right.
I mean, you
But,
can
like,
use it on the street. Like that's a physical thing you could kind of.
If you're a real fan of it or you've actually done it or anything like that, I think the appreciation for anybody that steps in the ring is there.
100%.
But if you're not, it's always, look at that fucking pussy. It's like, bro, it's not easy.
Also, if you never took a punch before, actually, the
Yeah.
hardest punch I ever got because I'm shorter. My other opponents were taller than me.
Yeah.
the guy punched me like this.
Yeah.
like a fucking hammer. It
Like a
literally-
what?
Like a fucking hammer.
Hammer.
But I felt that for days
Yeah.
because it felt like someone really
Chop down on
hit
you.
a hammer on me, man.
Well, the biggest issue that I had was I hate getting hit in the fucking nose. And so I had Sam Suska help train me, and Sam would fucking bop me in the nose all the time. And I would just fall down like I got knocked out. He's like, Matt, get up. I was like, no, my fucking nose hurts, all right?
I don't want to get hit on purpose.
He's like,
Cover
stop
up.
hitting me. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? You're wide open. I go, not fucking do that. Be bad. Like, can you not win? Why do you have to win? This is training. It's supposed to hype me up.
It sounds like you have the same problem with your training that you had with wrestling, that you wanted to be hyped up and not like, look, wait, I could just put my face out, right? That's fine, right? I don't have to have my hands up the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that is what happens. You get real tired really fast. Because those fights, it was 3 rounds.
You're exhausted in 10
minute.
seconds because you're throwing, you've never thrown 15 punches before in a minute period, right? And you're doing that in about 15 seconds.
Well, hopefully if you did right training, you would have.
Yeah.
But
it was, I mean, it was crazy, man. And
are you going to do it again? Maybe I should train you. Maybe that would be the difference.
No, I mean, I want an actual pro. They were good. I wasn't. I fought a dude who was a fucking foot taller than me and 60 pounds heavier than me.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
If I fought him again and I trained, I'm
you
still
could have had
losing.
your hands up a little bit.
Well, dude, I mean, I know. I put my head down because what was doing, he got so aggressive to me up front. We thought the game plan was I'd attack him because of the reach. And he came at me and like he put his like arm and gloves above my gloves. And I'm like,
yeah, he just kind of.
I'm like, he's just maneuvering me.
Yeah,
I can't move my gloves. So then I just put my head down. I was swinging and I was sleeping pretty fucking quick.
That double tap, that's what gets you.
Would I do it again? 100%. It'd have to be for the right reason. It'd either have to be for Barstool to get me a job there or a nice payday, or I would do like a Pittsburgh celebrity one, like a Jake Paul thing, but I want money for it.
I was thinking about the Pittsburgh celebrity one. I was like, maybe Matt should do that.
But like who would be my opponent?
I don't know.
I would want a layup though, right?
I mean, that's kind of half the game, right? You got to like figure out who you can beat. I mean, that's what Paul does, right?
But I know, because the thing about
set it
boxing,
up.
which is different than in wrestling, is that wrestling, they avoid matches, right? Like they just don't wrestle at all. But if you're a bad guy in boxing, they just book shitty dudes to where you get so frustrated. Like, you haven't fought anybody. We're like, well, I'm fucking champ.
Yeah.
I don't have to. It's like, no, we want to see. I'm like, no, it's not worth it yet. And it's like wrestling where it's the buildup is there to where they finally get their revenge, the underdog, and they kick their ass.
Promotion's a big deal. Like, that is 90% of the work.
I mean, I think I would draw well.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Like, I think I could fill up Rivers Casino.
I think that would be
Just seeing
so
me fight.
awesome.
How cool would that be?
That light at Rivers Casino.
What song would I come out to? I think that that song that the closer for the Mets comes out to now.
What's that?
It's a trumpet. I'll play it when we walk over.
Okay.
From Annie's
I was
in a
going to let
little
you
bit.
go as long as possible.
No, I have asthma. Thank you for curing my asthma, by the way, before the podcast.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I'm here for that.
You gave me a pen.
I gave you an extra.
Guys, I learned maybe if you have
inhaler.
asthma, I learned the coolest way to do drugs. So I hit his pen, but as I had the lungs, I had the lungs filled with smoke. I did a little inhaler puff at the same time. So I mixed them up. No coughs.
No coughs.
No coughs.
Now, see, I've been sick all week, and so that's what I have to do.
Is it COVID?
It's not COVID. It was just a little bit of asthma from a cold a few weeks.
Yeah, my asthma's been pretty bad, but I think a lot of it has to do with I'm sleeping with a fan next to me now at all times.
Oh, I've been doing that forever.
Yeah, but like now it's like aggressively blowing in my face.
Okay, well, that's not good. You got to aim it away.
Yeah, I know, but it just feels so good.
I know.
But then my ears hurt. Yeah, you don't hear it that well. So whatever blowing sound you're making,
Well, I think the audience can hear
you're
it.
blowing it.
So you need your mic up.
You know who almost blew it, but they didn't?
Who dat?
Now, who dey, motherfucker?
Oh, who dey?
Who dey? The Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's actually, I think, what I'm feeling right now is my heart has not like really settled in. It's like,
Was that the craziest game you ever
I
watched?
kind of gave up watching a couple times going, all right, game's over, right?
It was like wrestling. It was like a main event where there's just so many fucking false finishes. They kicked out at 2. They kicked out at 2. They kicked out at 2. And then they both get counted out, but it's for the title. So Gorilla Monsoon comes out. He's like, this game must continue. And then it's like, dude.
Come back out again. It's like, oh, my God.
It was awesome, though. The Pittsburgh Steelers did what they had to do. They defeated the Cincinnati Bengals, as I predicted, as I knew that they would. 23-20, I believe, was the final score.
Yes.
Chris Boswell ended the game with a 53-yard field goal. Alex Highsmith led the team in the game with 3 sacks, which was great to see. Because we're going to need
the starter
lot more of him. TJ Watt is hurt, torn pec. They don't know if it's, for the season. He's going to talk to 2 more doctors.
But the rumors are 1 to 2 months right now.
6 weeks right now is what it's looking at. Yeah, right there, right in the middle. But TJ might want to do the surgery. And if he does the surgery, he's going to be out probably till May.
See, I think it's so weird with these type of players, and it reminds me of Polamalu. Because I don't think it was last year, but year before, didn't he get injured game 1?
Who's that, TJ?
Yeah.
He gets hurt a lot.
It's that, like, they're so good and so powerful, you almost need to ease them into the season. You can't just latch them. You can't let these guys go free game 1. They lose it.
Yeah.
And they just overexert themselves, and it's happening, and it's not just TJ Watt. It's all these big stars.
It's all the white ones.
I'm laughing, but then my mind's starting to go through some names.
Go ahead.
And there might be some truth to that. What the hell?
Yeah, we're pussies.
What is up, man? I don't know. It seems to be a thing.
I think they might be using a little bit of performance enhancing activities,
Mm-hmm.
which could wear on their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm teasing though. I don't think TJ
I'm not
Watt
saying
is doing
illegal stuff,
steroids.
but like these guys, they know people, and you do take certain supplements,
Yeah.
Caffeine's a supplement. So let's not there is a gray line of taking things.
Here's what I'll say though. I've also never seen somebody give 100% like TJ Watt does every fucking
That's
play.
what I'm saying. I think
So
it's
I
like
think
you
it's
need
just
to
more
tell
so
him
he's working so hard.
Chill out on every
Man,
down,
take
bro.
a fucking play
or
off.
legitimately don't, as a coach, maybe you don't
Well, that's
put him
why he
out
comes
there.
out. That's why he comes out. He's sucking wind because, bro, I've never seen a guy give the him and Cam Hayward. Cam is a fine wine. He looks great. Cam had me dying. I was watching the game Sunday. If I interpreted this right, what I saw was at the end of the game, he was pointing at his stomach and went off the field.
Okay.
And he was pissed off. And I'm like, oh, shit, he's hurt. And then I'm thinking, oh, no, what I think happened was the referee said, you got hit in the head. You got to take plays out. And he was pointing at his stomach going, no, I got hit in the fucking stomach. I'm fine. And he was mad because he wanted to go back in.
I did not see that.
And the back
You're
wouldn't let him
seeing
in.
some
Well, dude,
deep
I
things.
watched the game a little bit different than a lot of people.
Oh,
and
okay.
because I'm educated on sports.
Educated Steelers knowledge, man.
It was great though, man. It was good seeing the Steelers win. We're gonna be without TJ for a little bit, but fortunately, we do have 3 winnable games coming up. Mm-hmm. You have the New England Patriots who are coming into town, and they're fucking dog shit.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
But they're 1-point favorites against us, which is weird. So that's scary. I feel like that means
That might be a Watt thing.
Yeah, and then we're going on a short week to Cleveland, and Cleveland pulled out an upset. Well, not an upset. It was a 50-50 game, but I didn't think they were going to win. They beat Carolina.
It's just nice seeing Baker on the field just pissed as shit.
I know. And then after that, we play the Jets. So if you're going to have these injuries with him and Najee, this is the time to do it. When you're playing the bums and you just get through this at 500. You go 1-2 these next 2 games, which isn't good, and I don't want that. But you go 2-2, you go 3-1, 4-0. There's still hope for this season.
I mean, it looked like a good team. It was just nice to see a quarterback put the ball down the field. It was nice to see receive. It was like, passing.
Here's what I will say is, and I'll say this too. I don't think Mitch had his best game. Mm-hmm. I think that offensive line made Mitch work for everything that he got. I think that if you had Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback on Sunday, we lose that game.
I think so.
Because he gets
I was
sacked.
gonna say, you better say that.
Maybe 6 or 7 times. That D line on the edge, they were bullying the left tackle pretty often in the fourth quarter, third and fourth quarter. Mitch almost got blindsided. Mitch had a couple pretty bad throws, but he made some clutch ones. He missed Pickens on the only read his way. He was wide open, which would have been a touchdown. But coming up in the overtime, he was clutch. You know what I mean? He had a free play. He scrambled.
Yeah, that was a great play.
And he's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm slinging it.
Yeah, and the way he maneuvered around, it was just such a pro.
Yeah.
I guess, not to push on Roethlisberger, but just to see like another veteran quarterback that's just, making mistakes, but still is such a professional. He's going to like pull it in the end and win the game.
See, this is why I like football games when I go to them. And like I like home games because I get to see the play develop. And so like one of the biggest issues I was having is that nobody looked like they were open on Sunday. But I can't tell because Mitch has 2 seconds to throw the ball. And also because at the camera angle, you don't get to see the wide receivers. Mm-hmm. So I really want to see this Sunday, like what's going on. Because I would give the receivers, they were decent, right? You had Claypool had a really nice one-handed catch.
Oh, yeah.
Deontay Johnson's catch at the sideline.
Johnson's looking good again.
He looked like the fucking Air Jordan logo when he caught that ball, right?
Yeah, he did.
And then you had Frymuth with the clutch. And Wizard of Oz looks good. The defense looks good. The offensive line does not. But somehow, some way, they were the best offensive line that game. Mm-hmm. I think, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're looking into it. I feel good about it. There's been some changes with Pittsburgh since we've been here. The stadium has a new name change.
I keep forgetting.
Acrisure.
It's back to Three Rivers, right?
It's back to Acrisure. And here's what I'll say, though. When they first announced it, I was so pissed off, right? But I remember when they announced Heinz Field, and I was like, that name sounds stupid. And people are like, well, at least it's Pittsburgh. I'm like, yeah, but it's corny.
I did think it sounded stupid. I think at the time it was such Heinz Ward to me that I couldn't separate the two words too, and that was awkward.
Well, I think why I hate it is because it was our first paid stadium naming rights.
Okay.
So like Three River Stadium was cool, and I was like, well, what if we do Iron City Stadium, like, and not Iron City Beer, just Iron City Stadium,
Yeah.
Steel City Stadium.
Steel City Stadium.
That'd be so sick, right?
But that doesn't work in this day. You need the money.
You need the money, right? And so that's why like I'm not mad because they came up aggressive. I mean, you're looking at a 10-year, $150 million deal, right? So people that are mad, I'm like, listen, you give me $25,000. You could make my legal name Cunt Pussy Lips. And I would be completely fine with it. Like, I don't care. It's money. Like, who cares?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the new Patreon tier.
Yeah.
If you want to donate
$25,000, I will change my name to Cunt Pussy Lips.
Matt will change his name to Cunt Pussy Lips.
With no last name. Like McLovin.
What's going on?
And we should actually put it on.
I think I will.
But you know what I think's funny though, also on top of that is like, I don't know where I'm going with that. But like the names, it's like, okay, so like even if a sponsor, like what would be the like I'm gonna name sponsors for you if I gave you money, right? Like let's say 25 grand, right?
Okay, 25 grand.
I change your name to like Miralax.
That's perfect because that's what I use all the time.
Do you use it?
That's like
You're older, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd be fine by.
Remember with my whole issues?
Yeah.
Back in, I wouldn't say it's season 1. It's .5.
You just say 3 years ago.
Yeah, whatever. Our first podcast.
So you use Miralax?
Yes, every day, bro.
What is it to help you poop?
It like sort of, yeah. Like
it breaks it down.
Oh, not as good. Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta quit with this fucking. You're just so excited to use these new toys.
I know, and it's not set up yet.
You need the Gene fart from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, okay. Yes.
We'll do that.
Oh, I definitely will put
we'll
that
get
in
some,
there.
and we'll add the third down to it. We'll make this fun.
Yes, we got to add the third down to it.
But yeah, my point is, I don't think the name is a big deal.
It's not, and it's all about the money. So.
Yeah, I'm just more worried about TJ.
I am worried about TJ because it's the same damn shit. And it's like, of course.
But there's another name change in Pittsburgh. You know about it?
What's that one?
PNC Park.
No, I did not hear about this.
So in December, the PNC, I don't know if they came out publicly about it, but the rumors, they're not renewing it. But the rumors, they have no interest whatsoever in having.
It's because PNC is all about taking over the damn world or taking over the country now.
Well, I mean, like, you know, I think about it and I'm like, what would be a suitable company to come in? And I came up with one. Fans, 2023, the Pittsburgh Pirates will be playing their home games at Aldi Stadium, right? Because they don't spend any fucking money. You know what I mean? Right?
Oh, it's so cheap.
However, here's the thing.
Like it.
If the Pirates were to have a sponsored stadium name, Aldi Stadium makes sense because they're cheap. The products are cheap. They're not that good. And if they are good, they leave that store and end up at a fucking better market. However, if there's any time for you to go and say, you know what, let's go back to the olden days and name the stadium after the owner. How funnier of a name could you come up with than Nutting Field? Right? Every fan gets a nutting towel that they can wave. You know, the Pirates slogan was like, we will. But like at Nutting Field, our slogan is, come on in. We suck. Like that would be perfect, right?
I mean,
Nutting Field.
And it was funny. It would drive, I think, more of an audience just because everyone's leaning into it. It's like, yeah.
You're now entering the nutting cum zone. And the scoreboard just fills up with cum when there's bases loaded.
What if?
Oh, just like because it'll be bases loaded, you know, like a load, and the fucking scoreboard just comes up with cum.
Like this could like actually happen in the future. Like Bob Nutting's son, like it just stays in the family, and like the kids just don't give a shit so much that they also think it's hilarious, and like the whole city now it's a big positive thing that everyone's just shitting on it. And it's like literally like Idiocracy in the future where there's cum buckets to buy outside, you know? And like, it's just like the Bob Nutting, like his statue is now erected outside. Like it's the exact opposite. Like we used to hate him, but now we love him.
Like there's a fountain and it's just a dick that comes after every homer.
Just nutting everywhere. And at the same time, they're world champions.
Yeah.
We're winning, and we're winning.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because everyone loves it.
I mean, who doesn't love cum? You know what I mean?
I have to agree. I think that is a
Like-
on the positive side. If we had to go outside right now and just start doing a survey and be like, "Come on,
Do you like to cum?
do you like to come?"
Yeah.
At first, yeah, and then it's like, but on the other end, do you actually like cum? And they're like, "Yeah."
I mean, it's cool, right?
Well, you see that on TikTok. There's that video is like pushing out some kind of glue or something. You ever see
Yeah.
this? Like, and every time there's reaction, it's all
Cum.
female or male. They're like,
I
honey.
I do think though I've listen. A lot of my female friends are not a fan of me making cum jokes. Like it's immature. It's not funny. I think cum has been really funny over the last I'd say year and a half. Like cum is coming back.
Cum is coming back.
Right? Like suck it. Like people were doing that for a couple years. Cum memes are everywhere. Like there's so many.
That one comedian that I follow who does you like this, whatever, the green screen bit. And
Yeah.
that's the shit he does. Like he was driving, he puts himself in a car and he wrecks because he slips on cum and he's off the bridge and then he lands into more cum. And it's just, all it is white shit literally written cum because he's just really low grade, After Effects shit you see him read. You love this. You love this so much.
Stop laughing.
You're making me feel like I'm funnier than I am just by yelling cum at you.
Oh my God. Well, there's a song, dude, that I've been playing called The Cum Zone.
No, put it up to the mic.
I'm going to. Do you know what it is?
It's the cum zone, I guess.
Dude, it is.
Are we gonna get copyrighted?
No, because no one will take credit for this, I feel like. This is the most aggressive song I've ever heard in my life.
My head hurts.
minutes with cum.
The algorithm is having a heart attack right
with
now.
hunk spunk. Cum spunk in my trunk. Cum craving toddler. Cum driven cunt. Cummy Ray Jespin. Cum me maybe.
Like, dude, and it's like 3 minutes of cum. And so my buddy Phil and I, like, when we're like play video games, we always would make cum zone jokes. And my other buddy heard me say cum zone before. He's like, you know the cum zone song? I was like, yeah. And he's like, there's cum zone 2. I'm like, what do you mean there's cum zone 2? I was like, this came out before the second Cha-Cha Slide. I was like, holy shit. So, yeah, there's that. And, I mean, and then I had Jeff Dye in town.
Oh, yeah. I think we haven't talked for so long.
Yeah.
You had a huge show.
Yeah.
With Jeff Dye.
Jeff Dye.
Famous comedian Jeff Dye.
Yeah, one of my BFFs. And I showed him, I mean, he was listening to it, and we just kept saying it the whole time. We're at the bar. We're at Walter's in Lawrenceville, and it's me, Jeff, his buddy, and Rachel, and we're standing there, and I go, Jeff goes, let's just ask people if they know where the cum zone is at this bar. So, like, we're all, like, straight face. Like, we'll pick a different person each time. And, like, we're all going. I'm like, excuse me, do you know where the cum zone is? I'm like, what's that? I'm like, the cum zone. There's a cum zone. We saw there's a meetup for the cum zone. And we're, like, not addressing that it's cum. Like, we're trying to make it
keep
something
it serious.
else.
They're making, maybe they're mishearing you, maybe.
Then Rachel's asking, and I'm in fucking tears. Because
she's keeping it serious,
she's
too.
keeping, and also, she thinks these cum jokes are not funny at all. She hates them so much when I say them, but when anybody else says them, it's the funniest thing in the world. So she's asking these guys, hey, listen, she's like, I'm trying to find the cum zone. And these dudes, like, because she's an attractive girl, she's beautiful, right? And these dudes are nerds. They're like, we're going to double team this girl. And it was so fucking funny, though.
Oh, wow.
We went way off topic on this, but I like this better because we can relate about more of this stuff than we can as opposed, like, our demographic likes cum. Sports and cum.
We could just change the name of the show.
The Cum Zone.
The Cum Zone.
It would never work. Speaking about coming, man, how's your cum life?
It's been different.
Yeah, well, listen, you're saying it's been different. The Dustin I know never touches vaginas, never even goes on dates, never.
We talk about dates.
You do gay dates.
Do like a grown-up dates because I'm a man with a daughter who's.
You say you're dating. Okay, but you said
all right, back. You're
but
right.
it's different now, though. So what's going on?
I'm getting laid. I've got laid this week. That's the difference.
How often?
Like every day.
Multiple times a day?
Yes.
Are you still having your pee-pee problem?
No. Not the pain.
By the way, it's not an
pain.
STD. Like, I don't even think Dustin ever had an STD. He had some pain there for.
And it had a physical injury.
Yeah, it was a physical
nerve
injury.
and muscle damage.
Yeah, so we don't want to. Ladies, he's clean. He's ugly, but he's clean. This fucking gay blues brother.
Oh, gay Weeblo or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Where's he using Weeblo now?
Weeblo, the Weeblo brother.
Yes.
But no, that's great, man. It's good. Is it good?
Yes, it's great.
Is it aggressive?
Of course.
Is it? Does she come?
Yes. You're asking me so many questions. You're making me blush.
Great. Blush cum.
Blush cum.
I can see the cum in your pores.
The reason I said you don't know this, Dustin, I think when we met, I've been basically
pussy.
Non.
Well, because when I met you...
Because I have all these stories I tell you about in college, and it's like a different version.
I met you right when Autumn was born, or at least a year old. And at this point, you know, you're getting older. She's getting older. I think you're able to do more adult things now. You know, so that's great. That's great, man. Congratulations. When's the last time you sent a dick pic?
A couple days ago, maybe. I don't remember.
To the same person? Oh, that's boring. I wanted some spice.
You want to like make me mixing it up already?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
You know what I hate?
Got this one.
I hate so. Are you guys?
It's like
you're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you were ever dating, like, and you were official, and you said, dude, I just fucked my girlfriend so hard, I'd be like, you're disgusting.
Yeah, right? Disgusting.
Is it crazy how different that is?
It
Wife
is.
is completely disgusting.
Yeah, and she made that joke once too. It's like said something sweet. It's like, oh, that's gay. Don't say that shit.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, you're right. Don't say that to me.
Like if you're like, dude, we fucked so hard. Well, yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the fat bitch from Jack's.
yeah,
I want a story.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, those people talk about their wives.
I'd be more proud of you with a 4 than you bragging about sex with your solid 8 consistency. I'm not saying cheat. I mean, like if you were single and you were like, I took home this fucking warthog and it was hysterical. I'm like, oh, it's good for us. That's a win on the road.
So, what about how was you? You're bringing up Rachel. Is Rachel in town? I guess
we're gonna go to a commercial break.
Yeah, it's such bullshit. So let's talk about war then.
War? You want to talk about war?
No, I just said the Russian war. I just said we always brought it up for some stupid reason, and now the Ukraine.
What's the score?
Yeah, Ukraine's up, man. They're kicking the shit out of them now.
I heard he was cutting a huge promo.
Who? The
Zelensky?
Yeah, he needs to.
He cut a promo saying you can take our water, you can take our food, you can take our whatever, but it's still better than being with you fucking assholes.
Was that like a close? Did he say something like that?
He said something without fucking assholes, but yeah, he said all of that. And he's a bad dude. I mean, they're not going to win.
I was surprised. I mean, they could if Putin would just be like, that's it, I'm all in. But they would just cause.
Yeah, but here's the way that I look at it.
It probably won't happen.
I never looked at it from our perspective, right? Every war that we were in, right? We were in war with what? Iraq, Iran, right?
Someone with brown skin.
We could have blown them the fuck up and ended it immediately. Mm-hmm. Why don't we? She'll make money that way.
Exactly. You don't make money that way.
I think Russia's just like, yeah, whatever. You're eventually going to run out of... America's going to eventually be like, hey, man, like, put on the fucking furry hat. Like, you're Russian now. We're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
It is about money. And it's crazy, though, because we did blow up Iraq, and then we had to, like, basically pay for it to fix it again.
So...
It's like, it's just a...
Speaking of Russia, I heard a rumor that I think is absolutely hysterical. Brittany Griner. You know her.
I do. Who's Brittany Griner? Refresh my memory.
Well, you wouldn't have known until she went to jail, but she's a WNBA athlete.
Oh, okay.
I have like all of her training cards and jerseys and all that.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Brittany Griner is in the news again. She's being held captive in Russia. And apparently the rumor is, because there's not a deal that's been done, and I think America is kind of just like, no, you can have her. It's fine. You know what I mean? What the rumor is that if she does stay in Russia, they're going to cut time off of her sentence if she plays for the Russian basketball team.
I heard that too.
Do you know what this is?
The new way to trade?
The real life fucking Space Jam movie. When they captured Michael, what did they fucking tell him? Hey, listen, man, you're playing all these big motherfuckers. And if you lose, guess what? You're here forever. He's chained while little kids run up the steps and dunk on him and shit.
That's so wild.
That's what's going to happen to Brittany Griner.
And we're going to watch it. And someone's going to pay.
It'll be the first time people watch Brittany Griner play.
Ah, shit.
I would watch that.
You would.
That Hasbullah, that little kid, little guy,
the fighter guy.
Yeah. Well, I want to watch him
Connor.
with his little legs that don't bend and go up steps and fucking slam dunk and have his little nuts hit her in the face. That'd be great.
This is like this crazy future where they're like, it's going to be him and Connor and Brittany, and we're going to have like a colony on Mars, and that's where this shit happens.
Yeah.
And you got to pay like this premium.
Elon Musk's new fucking TV station.
Yeah, Elon Musk, Friday nights, we got Brittany Griner with guest spot Matt Light.
Bye or fuck you, pussy. Like, that's like how it is now. It's so aggressive.
But you're still doing like Yinzer jokes on the moon for some fucking reason.
Hey, Yins know what's going on with these rocks and that.
Do you know, it's like crazy. It's like there's no good roads up here. You got to go by the craters. There's like
Speaking about craters,
Bill Cowher crater.
My cousin Dave had these fucking pimples all over his face. He had craters. You want to smoke rock in McKee's Rocks?
I like how we immediately made the moon Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we went to the moon in 1969. Speaking about going to places, I'm going to Cleveland on Thursday, man. I'm bringing my friend,
Who's that guy?
Dustin Dowling.
That is me.
We're going to Cleveland.
Oh, we are going. Is this official?
It's official.
You keep giving me like the
I will,
official,
if I
non-official.
I will make it happen. So what's gonna happen, guys? And we're gonna cut this too. Guys, we're going to Cleveland on Thursday, September 22nd. We're going to be leaving Pittsburgh at 1 o'clock. We'll be getting to the stadium area at 4 o'clock to tailgate. The tailgate is all provided by myself, Matt Light, to get tickets onto the bus and also include yourself in the tailgate, which includes free beer and food. You can hit me up on any social media platform. Tickets, I believe, are going to be $60 for this. And then you have your option once you are at the stadium. If you want to go into the game, you're going to get your own ticket. There's going to be other people, so you can get a group of people there. It's limited to 30, though. 30 people for the bus, or you can watch the game at the Flats. There's bars in the Cleveland Flats area that are a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be doing this. I've gone to Cleveland a handful of times. I've gone with you once. It's always a good time. Now that I'm bringing the Berg bus, though, not just a regular traveling bus, it's the Berg bus. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Possibility we try to trip into like Barstool, ESPN National News, and get that wow.
So my friend Gab Goody, she is a partner with FanDuel.
Yeah.
She works for FanDuel, makes a living, makes really good money. Which, by the way, Gab, I'm better than you at all content, but it's okay because you're a girl, so you make money and I don't. So it's fine. But she's going to be there in Cleveland. She already hit me up. She's going to bring FanDuel with her little thing.
Yeah.
And they're going to be over there.
We can do a little battle.
Sword fight.
Little
sword fight.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to roast. She doesn't want to go back and forth. Nobody wants to. But she's nice, honestly, man. And I used to shit on her because she's a Cleveland fan. But I just realized, I'm like, hey, stop being mean for no reason to people. You know what I mean? She was talking this is what happened. I said something really mean about her. She talked shit on Ben Roethlisberger his last season. I go, why is a 6 talking shit on a 7?
No. I fucking love it.
And it had 1,000 likes and retweets, and it was a great tweet.
Great tweet.
But it was mean, and she's not a 6. I felt mean about it. I was like, I'm sorry. But you're from Cleveland, so fuck you. Anyways, I met her in person. I apologized. I go, hey, listen, I'm sorry. She goes, it's cool. I say shit on there too to stir up the pot. It's all right, cool. So we're the same thing, but you make money and I don't. And I have talent and you don't. Okay, that's cool. Nothing offends her. But I just don't think there's anybody that does what I do better than me.
I agree.
I really don't. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but a lot of it has to do with you.
I very much agree with
that. But
a lot
more of you, me. So, you know what I mean? You're a majority of it, 10%, and I'm a good 100%. Because they say go 110%.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 100%, you're 10% of that, so it's good math.
I think the math is I pull out your best 10% and then I make it 100%. So it looks like you're 100%.
Yeah, but that 90%,
90%.
Yeah, but the 90% that we don't use is still so fucking good.
Oh, right.
If you go with the 90% that we don't use on videos, it's still better than 100% of what everybody else is doing.
I'll agree with that.
Okay, because I'm that good.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So guys, you got to come out. Berg Bus is gonna be so much fun in Cleveland, and that's gonna be a big game because I thought Cleveland was gonna suck. Cleveland plays like the Jets.
Yeah.
Cleveland plays like the Jets next week. So Cleveland could be 2-0, we could be 2-0, and this is going to be a big fucking game.
It's going to be a wild game.
Big game. Yeah, man. So I'm excited.
I don't know a lot about the Browns now though, too. I got to because it was Baker and that was now I'm like
so the drama
where's the drama at?
Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback. By the way, number 7
that's
on
that's
a
how I was
Browns jersey.
I forgot all that. Okay, yeah.
Looks really cool.
Oh.
I think it just looks cool on the jersey. It looks old school. But the only thing that they have really going on, I mean, obviously Deshaun Watson, but Kareem Hunt wanted a trade, but they fed him the rock. They gave him the ball. He seems happier. I don't know. There's a lot going on in football right now. I would love to see the Steelers trade Mason Rudolph right now.
Before we end, why do you think that is? Do you think that's some kind of like, I don't want to say publicity, but there does seem to be like a feeling like we don't want to let him go yet, and it's not just because of the money or.
I think it's
don't
the
know.
money. I think he knows the playbook. I think he's.
Oh, okay.
I think he can
I didn't
teach
think of
these
that.
guys a lot.
Yeah.
He's the only one that was on the team last year. That's still on the team.
Right,
you know?
right.
Ben retired. Unfortunately, Dwayne Haskins passed away. Josh Dobbs was out the year before.
About him get hit by a car.
Terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking terrible, man.
Nuts.
So he's the only one with that, and also the Steelers want more than what they're being offered. Now Dallas just had a big injury for Dak Prescott. He's going to be out at least 6 weeks.
Another big name out for what's his third time?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Jesus.
And so why not bring in Mason? Mason's an Oklahoma State Cowboy. It makes sense, right?
Man, that does make a lot of sense.
Go there. James Washington played at Oklahoma State with him. Went to the Steelers with him.
Other conference.
Is now in Dallas.
We don't play them.
We don't play them. It doesn't affect us. I just think it makes so much sense.
It does.
And honestly, man, I don't want to get rid of Mason Rudolph. What I want to do is say, hey, man, you were the most unlucky backup quarterback in history. You came when our offensive line was absolutely terrible. We had no running game. We had no wide receivers, right? And they blamed you for everything. Ben played the exact same as you. We never said anything about Ben. Mitch is playing the exact same as you. We didn't say anything about Mitch because Mitch won. Mason also had a winning record as a starting quarterback. I think there's that. It's just cool not to like him.
And
it's fucked up because I'm not friends with the guy, but he was really generous to me. He came out and saw me with Jeremy Piven a few years ago. We talked to each other on Instagram afterwards. We shared photos and cool stuff. And I just would say, hey, what's up? How are you? You know, throughout the year. And the COVID year when nobody could get in, not just the 5,000, but when they did nobody, he offered me tickets.
That's cool.
And I thought, like, you could only do that with a handful of people, and you were willing to do that for me. So I'll always be grateful for that. But for me, it's just like he handled this with such professionalism, right? And so I just want to see him go to a team to have a chance to play because he's not going to play here.
No, he's not going to play.
They're going to chant Kenny. They're going to boom as soon as they bring him in as the backup, and it's just not going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it is. That's like,
But he played by the rules. If you're the Steelers, fucking reward this guy. You kind of fucked with him for 5 years. Ben fucked with him. Then you guys fucked. He literally had so they bring in Mitch the same week that they announced that his girlfriend left him. And then a month later, they draft another quarterback. Then in the 7th round, they draft another fucking quarterback. Like, what do you got to be thinking if you're Mason? Hey, man, take an offensive lineman in the first fucking round, and I'll win you 10 games.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I can win you Mason, that's what I wanted. I wanted Mason to get a chance. We waited this whole time for it. Give it to him and give him a short leash. You can have Mitch there.
I feel a lot of emotion. You're bringing it out here.
And it's not because it's just I just feel like it's more than sports sometimes, right? Like, what's the difference between a winner or two? I don't think this team's going to win the Super Bowl. I hope so. But I mean, just statistically, we've only done it 6 times out of 60 fucking years.
That defense gets you excited, though.
I know, and I am excited, and it's 3rd down. Yeah. But I just hope Mason gets a second chance.
Well, that's cool.
I really
that was a nice little bit. We might have to clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that. Well, Matt, this has been a podcast.
Yeah.
That we've been, exactly an hour. That is wild. I thought we were running late, but we were fucking right on time.
Yeah.
And so just to wrap it up, this is thepitts.company, the network that you were on, Matt.
Right.
Endless amount of funny and informative content from Pittsburgh. I'm terrible with this because I'm like fucking tired.
So are the other shows other than these, though, to be honest.
This is the only show.
Yeah, I know.
And Smart House. And whatever else I make up.
Yeah.
You know.
So this is the Matt Light podcast zone. This is the Cum
Zone.
We're filming in the Cum Zone right now.
I'm obviously tired, too, because I'm like reading this. I'm like, we got to go to Manny Brothers.
I was really high halfway into this podcast.
I could see.
I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, I can't wait to hit this pen as soon as we're done fucking recording this. That was a great feeling. So you know what? I'm gonna end this for you guys.
Thank you.
Hey guys,
Thank you.
this was season 3, our debut back. I think episode 25. It was brought to you by thepitts.company, created and designed by Dustin Dowling. We're here at the Gateway for now, and the slogan is the Gateway. What the fuck do you want? That's it. Go take a look at us on all the social medias. There's links below. Go check us out. Make sure you follow Dustin also on social media. You're at the Beardy Boy.
At the Beardy Boy.
I had a dream about you last night before we go.
It's the new thing.
I had a
everyone's doing.
dream that somebody was watching one of your YouTube videos while I was with you, but you had blonde hair, which you have no hair, and you had a blonde soul patch, and it fucking made me sick. And I was like, you watch this guy? And like, yeah, we love him. And I was like, stop. I was like, I'm the star. And I brought you over, and you big time this fucking kid. You're like, yeah,
awesome.
I'm glad you subscribed. And you walked away. I'm like, okay, Matt Light, fucking prick.
It feels like you're like going in a past life when I actually was doing like vlogs full time.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. That's awesome.
So next week we'll do one more podcast before we go to Cleveland.
Cleveland. We're going
Yeah,
to Cleveland.
and hopefully you guys come out. Like I said, 30 spots. It's first come, first serve. To be honest, I think there's only 20 left right now.
And I'm recording, guys, so
Yeah, we want
Lots-
you.
yeah.
We want you crazy.
get you all crazies.
Alrighty, guys, go Steelers. Fuck a right in a pussy. Welcome to the cum zone. Eat your hammer, say your prayers, and eat a fucking bag of socks.